All right, for this video, we're going to be looking at doing time conversions. Now, before we start, a couple of things we need to remember, and that is there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. We want to make that a ratio. We could say that 1 minute is equivalent to 60 seconds, or using the short form for the units, 1 min, 1 minute over 60 seconds. We could also write that as the equivalent ratio of 60 seconds per minute, or 60 s's over 1 minute. Now, just to remember that these are in fact just the number 1 because 1 minute over 60 seconds is equivalent to the number 1. The other thing we have to remember is there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. As a ratio, that would be 1 hour is equivalent to 60 minutes. Or the other way of writing it is there are 60 minutes per hour. So now that we have those two ratios, we're going to go ahead and convert. So I want to look at converting 1.43 hours into seconds. Well, I'm first of all going to bring in my ratio of 60 minutes for each hour. This number that I've brought in, this ratio, is simply the number 1 because 60 minutes over 1 hour is in fact just the number 1. Now the reason why we've brought that in is because I have hours on the top, I have hours on the bottom. Those cancel off. Now if you notice, the only units we're left with are minutes. I want to get rid of the minutes because I want to convert to seconds. So I'm going to bring up the ratio of 60 seconds per 1 minute. And you can see that we have minutes on the top, we have minutes on the bottom, and now the only units that are going to be left are in fact seconds. So the rule with multiplying fractions is multiply the tops together, multiply the bottoms together. 1.43 times 60 is equivalent to 5,148, and the unit would be seconds because that's all that's left over. The question only has 3 significant digits as the data, so my final answer can only go to 3 significant digits, which means if I was to round that to 3 sig digs, 1.43 hours would be equivalent to 5,150 seconds.